Okay, should I get started?
Yeah, go start. I just want to bring up a slide.
Okay, so I don't have any slides. I'm just going to wing it. I have some cheat sheets, and I improvised on my voting bets. No, I don't need a mic. I think I can be loud enough. You guys can hear me there? Okay. Yeah, this is so Tippet. Anyways, I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Tippet Studio. And if you guys know Tippet Studio, it's a media production company. It's been around for more than 30 years. And we do visual effects. And we, Phil Tippet, who's the founder of the company, started the company as a, I see my picture. Where's the tech picture? Thanks, John. I've done my useful life. Anyway, so back to Tippet. We do visual effects, and we have currently started exploring alternative platforms like virtual reality, augmented reality, and also mobile content creation. I think Grant and James basically talked about the evolution in cinema, fascinating developments and innovations that has happened over a period of time. I was actually going to talk about it, but it's redundant pretty much. I was going to talk about the 3D stereoscopic stuff. And anyways, what I would do is talk about what we are doing from a Tippet Studio perspective, taking advantage of all the innovations which Grant is doing and James has been doing as a consumer of those tools and methodologies and sensibilities, and moving forward, creating this content. So we at the end of the day, we are a content company. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk about is Tippet Studio is in the Silicon Valley, and a lot of innovations happen in the Silicon Valley. Usually, Tippet is not associated with being on the forefront of technology, cutting-edge technology. We are just a content company. So what we thought was a lot of changes in the market forces, basically with the tax incentives for visual effects and movies and stuff like that. All the work basically going to Canada, the UK, and California VFX companies being completely decimated. Somehow we survived, and so that gave us a rude awakening in terms of how do we survive in this market. And so we started kind of looking at alternative revenue sources, alternative ways of creating content and distributing it. So one of the things that we did was, as I mentioned, it was Silicon Valley. Being in Silicon Valley and not taking advantage of the innovations that are happening, it's like going to the slopes and not skiing. So we basically decided to kind of go completely in and look at what we have from an IP standpoint, from an expertise standpoint, from a technical know-how standpoint, from a creative job standpoint, and how can we repackage and repurpose those into content that we can own, or content that can be shared with the masses on a different footprint, different form, fit, and factor. And so that's kind of, we partnered with a company called FXEO, and some of you guys might be familiar with the app. We recently kind of collaborated with Universal Marketing for the promotion of Jurassic World, and we created an app which allows users to shoot their own videos and integrate dinosaurs from Jurassic World in their own videos. Now, this is not an overlay, A or B, or composited images. This is actually in the 3D space. You can drop in a big dinosaur in, and basically you can unleash a raptor in your grandma's backyard. I think what Universal is kind of basically banking on is you have Blue, Echo, Delta, and you have Chris Pratt. You can be the Chris Pratt and do the... So that's very big. Actually, it really works. So when I actually went to Universal Marketing and proposed this idea to them, they were like totally psyched and excited about it, and immediately funded the project. And so we reskinned FXEO, the app. I don't know, any of you guys downloaded the Jurassic World mobile movie maker? No? You guys suck. Anyways, it's a great app. It's kind of a quick gag kind of a thing, but it has a promise and potential for doing a lot more, which will basically delve into virtual reality with immersion and interactivity and stuff like that and so on. But that's just like the foot in the door, pretty much. on that. We have showed it to Disney. Disney likes it for all the monetary reasons. Anyway, so that's, we did the Jurassic World Mobile Movie Maker, we did TED 2, now we are going to do, few more of those, and the idea is basically to create a marketplace where film characters can be integrated in their own home movies at a certain cost. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing was we're also kind of exploring partnering and collaborating with Google. You guys familiar with Google Spotlight Stories? Okay, at least one yes. It's now available on the iPhone as well. It's basically what it is a curated 360-degree storytelling, a short-form content that got recently released. It's directed by Justin Lin. And Google and I think the Mill worked on it. And basically what it is it's an immersive kind of a 360-degree storytelling format. You don't need any headsets or anything of that sort. What you do is basically it's a camera that's attached to the accelerometer, and you can actually go 360 and you get different, you have visual cues, you have binaural cues that you can basically place wherever, and you get the different pictures. Different actions and different scenes based on that. Yeah.
What was the name of it again? Google's
Spotlight Stories.
Sparklight?
Spotlight. Yeah, Spotlight Stories. Yeah, there's some beautiful content out there. As I said, Help is by Justin Lin, and then Duet by Greg Keane, the legendary animator. Hand-drawn animation as well. So we are kind of exploring that possibility as well. And this is interesting. Purely from a business standpoint, what Google is thinking is they're funding all the virtual reality projects as well. But if I'm not mistaken, the number of headsets that will be available by the end of this year is less than 2 million. By the end of next year, it's going to be about 4 million. And by 2018-19, it's about a little over 10 million. So it's still a very small fraction of people that can actually use the VR content. But you already have the smartphones for more than 1 billion people. So how can you create some kind of an immersive content, and let the users basically use it, enjoy those kind of experiences? Again, it could be, for right. So anyway, so this is kind of an interim thing which Google is trying. This is a Google ATAP. And we are kind of collaborating with them and helping them see what kind of content would be suitable for short form distribution. They plan to put it on YouTube as well. They already have it on Apple. I think it got released last week. So check it out. It's very heavy duty. It's almost about 500 megs or something, but still very enjoyable. The third thing that we're doing is venturing out, and yeah, everybody loves China. I love China as well. So we ventured out. We're basically doing a theme park ride for one of the Chinese companies. And it's a flying theater kind of a ride. You guys seen the Soaring Over California and California Adventureland? Yeah, it's modeled after that. But they want to go 6K. Their motion simulators are a lot more advanced, and they're basically asking us to create the media content for it. So how does it relate to this discussion? We're actually using a lot of VR techniques and mechanisms because we have been asked to do the media. There's no physical ride yet. There's no physical motion simulator yet. How do we actually orchestrate, all the camera movements and somehow simulate the environment? And we're using some of the VR techniques. We have a bunch of Oculus headsets, and our programmers and our content creators are basically using that to previs the rides. And every quarter we go to China and show it to our clients, and they love this shit. They think we are the geniuses. Anyways, so that's
boarding pass.
How are we doing on the time?
Yeah, you are out of time.
Okay.
When your flight is.
Like here. No. Okay, so again, pure virtual reality. As you guys know, Phil Tippett comes from the stop motion background, and there's a lot of interest from a lot of VR promoters to have stop motion VR content created. So we are kind of embarking on a project right now. His own Mad God, some of you guys might have seen, downloaded, his project in his sandbox. And so we're taking that content and we are actually creating our own camera rigs, creating our own stitching software until he can give us some stuff that we can all piece it all together. So anyway, so for Tippett, I'm just going to summarize that. We want to be in the content business. We want to take advantage of all the innovations and advancements in technology that's happening, and we want to basically create content that's distribution agnostic in terms of whether you want to distribute it theatrically, commercials, TV, or mobile devices, what have you. We want to create content that's headset agnostic as well. Whether it's Samsung or Valve or Oculus. And we want to create content that's reality agnostic, whether it's augmented reality, virtual reality, cinematic reality, or whichever reality sets in next. Okay, that's all. Right.